very busy man, producing, directing.
Yeah.
I know you were close to directing a military movie before, but now you had to do this.
Right.
Why the need to?
Well, listen, it was a smaller budget movie. It was, we heard this big political story in America. I read the book and I'm like, wow, there's a great human story underneath all the politics. And it's a great inspirational story, and it's a heroic story of humans fighting to stay alive. And the key to the movie is selflessness. And, you know, like I've said to a bunch of the foreign press coming in here, with all the crap going on in the world right now, it's a movie about a small group of people fighting back. And I don't know, it's just I wanted to shoot it very real and tell a very truthful story.
It almost feels like you didn't want to make a political movie, and if you talk to the guys, they're not political at all. They
Right.
just went for the job. Right?
But here's the deal. The deal is, it's like, you know how you ever heard the term the pink elephant sitting in the room? You know? Listen, 13 hours goes by and you've got one of the most powerful countries in the world watching from a drone, and Libya is not that far when you think how close it really is. I mean, listen, an F-16 flying by, yeah, we could have had it happen. You know, listen, they were abandoned by their country, and even though they were abandoned, they still, the men and women that were stuck in the CIA base were fighting to stay alive. And it's like a rescue story, you know. What I've also said, it's the classic nightmare story. This was a nightmare that you see unfold in 13 hours, and you always want heroes like that in your nightmare.
It's great movie making and great editing too. I mean, you use a lot.
Pietro, he's an amazing editor.
Is it in your mind already when you're shooting?
Yeah, so when I'm shooting, the joke is if I die, they're screwed. They will not know how to put this movie together. They will not know how to put it together. I shoot very fast. We had a very short shoot. You talk to the actors, right? I'm a fast shooter. I'm always on set, and I'm like, you guys gotta be ready at all times. And it's one of those movies where you're so much intercutting because time is so important. You're like, what's going on this minute over here? What's going on over here? There's so multiple things going on simultaneously that you know, you kind of put it in your head, and you know.
But one scene, how many shots, how many takes? I mean, is that like?
I do it fast. I'll shoot about 75 setups a day, which is fast, and multi-cameras. But the trickiest thing, this is the trickiest thing, and I've been doing movies for a long time, but we had what we call blue night. When the sun goes down, there's a great, in the Mediterranean, there's a great like blue in the sky. And like at 8:06, the camera's over here. At 8:07, B camera's over there. At literally 8:14, this camera on the street is shooting that. We're like, we walk it out the afternoon, all right? And then that sun goes down, and I had an entirely foreign crew, a bunch of British, French, Italians, and the first blue night was a travesty. They were terrible. They got so good at it at the end of the shoot. I mean, it was actually really fun, but you know.
You probably will be explaining the movie and the politics in the next couple of weeks when the film is up for release. Are you looking forward to that? Because people probably have opinions even.
Of course, they're going to have opinions either way, but we lay out the facts. This has been researched. So much research has been put into this movie, and people can spin it one way or the other if they need to, but you know, the facts are out there, and unlike an investigative reporter, from the book being written, the year of research that went into that, to me having so much access to military boots on the ground, people that from the CIA to I have so much access that much more so than an investigative reporter would ever get access to. There's stuff I didn't even put in this movie that would be so controversial, you know, so. I must say, even when I interview some of these people, I've never worked on a movie where people were so scared to talk about a subject, right? I'm like, why are they scared? You know? Scared so much as they had unplugged the TV and unplugged the phone and no cell phones come in the room.
Wow. Great.
right? But it's a story about what happened on the ground, and it's an inspirational story. And I really think it's not an American movie. It's actually a bunch of people abandoned by America. But it's a story about people fighting back, and it's a story about heroes and what's going on in Europe right now. That's why I think it's important, a movie like this, and I think it will resonate because it's about those heroes that fight back. And all of our countries have these type of people, and these are a very extraordinary group of people.